Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 56, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Niners and the football team, and it's coming up next.
And they'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. On first down, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
To start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not...
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end.
Come on and get it!
The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the 49ers are on the board first here in the Super Bowl. CD, that call, it took some guts. It's not like they were at the 1-yard line. They had some distance to go.
They certainly did. And, you know, a lot of people might say that's fly by the seat of your pants type of coaching. But it's also sending a message out there. We're going to be unpredictable. You can't prepare for anything with us. You never know which way we're going to go. We zig, you zag.
And now some serious opening drive momentum. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Coming up on 2nd and 7. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Now Gold for the extra point. And It's good to make it 14-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And this one is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
The tackle by Eric Armstead. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Here's Fitzpatrick. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down. Right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Completes it to Samuel. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback.
Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now is not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as I made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch. And look at this. He's going to keep it. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Fitzpatrick on 1st down. And Thomas has it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and a yard. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 76 yards. And the Niners are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. You're not going to hear Jimmy Garoppolo mentioned among the strongest arms in the league, but that doesn't mean he can't beat you with a long one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
That's so educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Fitzpatrick now. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this. And the 49ers are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. Gold to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On the counter, Gibson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Ayuk to return it. Trucks over it. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big connection on that one. 39 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we've come upon halftime in the big one. So the halftime show in the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Here's Carter now on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On second and 11 now. Fitzpatrick. Buying time to his left. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. To throw is Fitzpatrick. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
But maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 47 yards. And the Niners are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw. It was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned in nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every 10.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the... He's got a man! Complete! 30! 10! 5! Touchdown! 49ers! Brandon Ayuk, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. For Brandon Ayuk, he is as electric as they come with the ball in his hands in the open field, and he turns that catch into big yardage.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he'll get this up to about the 40. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. 1 quarter remains here. The Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
It's a game 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Fitzpatrick. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for Washington. Oh boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thing. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. But there are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it. And this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, but I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? Operating from the gun. Fitzpatrick. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. Touchdown, Washington. DeAndre Carter, 26 yards. And Washington able to get a score back. Extra point by Sly is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting it, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the first down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And Fitzpatrick's throw taken in by Samuel. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. The penalty is a result of that hit there.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.